Welcome back to part number 30 of my Imperator Rome playthrough as the Bosporan Kingdom. We just finished a war with Rome and a tribal nation here, and we're proceeding in force up to our Gallic holdings here, but I took a look and realized that we are fairly wide over here to the east, and there are a lot of tribes over there. Syria here. Grania is going to be triggered if we get into it with some of these. I believe Gothonia will trigger Grania and Dania. Grania and Dania. I'm going to use my singular claims on a lot of these tribes up here to trigger various other tribes, mostly simultaneously, as we have the force count to deal with it. And if you trigger these guys simultaneously, you can cross borders into other combatants, whereas if you just did it singularly, the access, they would deny it. So if you just declare war on essentially the lot, you can get your access that you need to piece them out in a timely manner. I'm going to do exactly that. Are there going to be some stragglers left? I don't think I can access this Cimbria in any meaningful way. I don't think that I have any claims on any of his... I do, though. I can get to him by triggering Anglia. Anyway, some of them, like this one, surely are not... I won't be able to trigger in any way, and they'll just have to wait for a mop-up detail. But I'm going to try to clear as many of these tribals up here as I can over the next 5 to 10 years. It should be most. What I'm doing is diverting some of these units off to the east, over to Grania. These units here are headed up. Where are they headed? These units here headed up to Latobrigia. I need to find these guys a destination. Latobrigia is, I believe, the next war target here. He is going to trigger Lepontia here, and Tulingia as well. We are very close to the area, and that should close out if we assault the forts very, very quickly. We're here in Focia. I have half a mind to just do this right now. In fact, I think that's a really good idea before anything strange happens. Let's declare this war. Seminonia and Chaucia will get triggered, and we'll get that ball rolling right along. This unit here is headed back. We'll have him reroute up here to the more distal aspect here of Focia. We'll be able to get at some of those up there. I'll be back to you with periodic updates. These wars are not particularly interesting. They should be slaughters. So I noted that in the interest of mega provenance building here, we have 807 pops in Torica presently. But we are very near the population capacity, or at least close to it. I just built aqueducts. These should fill up with various sorts over the near term. Also note that we have more pops here mulling about in the steppe area here, while the Bosporan. It can be moved down here for a fairly slight fee. So I took a look here and noted the Temple of Apollo in Delphi. I think it's underutilized, really. So if we go to, say, these Apollo here, I think we should find him. Here we have the Temple of Apollo at Delphi. It's, I think the local happiness of these people in Delphi will suffer a 10% malus for 1 year. We'll also get 10% a 10 stability tick here for desecrating it, making our people generally happier throughout our entire realm. And this temple is gone now. The good news is we can create a new temple in one of these areas here. Would I like to deify one of my rulers and then create the temple? I would, but I think that's a little much relative to the PI that we have available. But we could create a temple here to Apollo. I figure why not do it? So now we have a temple of Apollo here, which we can place relics in. I was looking down this list and found 2 appropriate items that I'd like to place, which would increase the building slots as well as pop capacity. We have the crocodile of Crocodipolis here, and where other than Crocodipolis. We need to remove this immediately for an aggressive expansion point. There's another city building slot available, but we're not exactly rich relative to our need to spend money on various things, so I'm going to go with pop capacity 4. We can always swap these around later for another building slot here, the sarcophagus of Araham in Byblos. I found the Colossi of the Pharaohs here. We'll take that for another aggressive expansion point. We're going to place both of these in our Pantheon holy site here that we just built. We'll place this for another pop capacity of 4. And we should be able to place this for another 2 building slots as well. So our pop capacity should rise, and maybe as funds become available, I will build more aqueducts there as well. I'm going to take some PI here for stability. I think I'll declare this war right now while the declaring is good here. These wars go well, as one might expect. This war is over before it started. There's a lot of troops around these, just 3 tribes here. I spent 1,000 gold. I moved some pops from this area here, essentially to this Olbian triplex here, and then 30 or so in here. Move this guy that was sieging some Roman Greek or Asian territories. I'll move him up here just to place him in expectation of this war with Syria. We can separate peace out, I'm sure, here. I think I'm going to call up a very cheap legion here in Dacia. And let's see. I'm going to make it 14 horse archers. All I have to do is import some. As long as I stay away from having to pay a general, I can just have 14 horse archers wandering about, mopping up units that break out in that area from the great many various tribals that will be about. We've got a stability event here, I'll take it. These 2 forts just fell here, so we should be able to peace out with this there's multiple tribes here for negligible aggressive expansion. I think we can peace here as well. Actually, it looks like we're at war with Anglia as well. Unfortunately for me, I had no idea. The good news is we are about to trigger Rudignia, and it should draw Anglia into another war, so we can indeed peace out. And we'll take that. We can't. Well, there's no rush. We have a new war becoming available in Alvernia as of 27 August 682, so about 1 year out. We can declare on Alvernia, but the trouble is there's a lot of affiliated components here. This tribe, Bohemia, and La Movicia here as well. We'll just hire some mercs and get it done. To the point, I'm redeploying various sorts to around the borders of Alvernia. These armies here are going to, I believe, continue against Rudignia and attack Anglia and Semino. Well, just Rudignia actually. So I'm sure we can now peace out with this lot here. Okay, now I'm sure we can peace out. That's all of it. Let's do it. This should clean up nicely after a new war with Alvernia here. And he's going to trigger, yeah, these guys as well. I'm going to immediately declare here on Rudignia. I have a lot of troops in the area, and I have this fleet headed around this way. We'll pick up these armies that just assaulted this last fort there. We'll head over here, and then redeploy back for Alvernia. I believe we have a claim we need to file here. And who are you? I see. It's a migratory tribe that's essentially everywhere. I filed on Guthonia, and he has since moved away. I think our claim is just barely action. It's no longer. No. He's made our claim completely useless. 20 PI right down the drain. So maybe we'll not worry about that. I could file some claims in these areas. I don't want them to migrate away and ruin our claim again. So we're going to clean up what can be cleaned up here. And then maybe, when does our truce with here end? 84. So maybe we'll take these guys out and think on exactly what to do, which would be not really known. Let's see, you are a migratory tribe, yeah. I think we take some war score out of Alvernia and then split the army, some of which will go to Syria, which will trigger this tribe as well. And then those guys continue over here and take out the remnant of Parthia here, engage Bactria. And then the other half of the army will take this area here, Britannia, and engage Carthage and what's left of Rome at some point, and maybe mull about and mop up these tribes. I found another efficiency for our capital. We can increase our trade routes by just a bit. We take this and place it in and replace our Tomb of Payava here with that. We get 5% more base trade routes. Let's find it. We may as well go ahead and desecrate this holy site. We'll get 2 birds killed with the same stone. And we won't have to pay an AE point, but we will have to pay the point to remove this. So we will remove that and replace it with that. Deposit there. So our trade routes, let's see here. Our trade routes were 130. Before letting that month tick over, I'm going to declare war here immediately. Get this ball rolling as well. Let's we'll head right here as well. We'll both head right there. We got 3 trade routes. It's worth something. Maybe I'll try to dredge up some more elephants and raise our population output from 84 to who knows. I'm sure I can get more elephants in Opus here. The food is wildly positive and we have a fairly substantial capacity. I filled up that city, and I'm sure there's 1 more elephant. I was hoping for 2, but let's see what we're at now here. 90%. We have more capacity here in our 3rd elephant city. We have another. 93. Unfortunately, we are overpopulated here as well. Need aqueducts in these areas, clearly. So during the war, I was taking what disposable income appeared And moving the pops down here. Let's see the total now. 1924 in this our capital province. I'm taking this port. I'm going to roll over here and engage his capital. And peace out with this, I think. It's a larger endeavor than I had accounted for. This guy was not involved with the Radunga when we declared the war. There's a Serdia outfit here. There's someone here as well. I'm going to occupy all of it. We have a martial advance, perfectly, very much needed for, let's see here, army surgeons, attrition and supply limit. Boom. We have a war against Alvernia coming in 2 months. We're not in we're not optimally positioned, but certainly we are positioned well enough. I'm going to hire mercs on an as-needed basis. We're about at as an equitable peace agreement as can be arrived at here. There's a lot of these Serdians about. I'm just going to click the button and take what I can get if there's anything left. Well, it looks there are some Serdians here. There's no... Well, can we get them? I think we can do it. We can just barely do it. Barely is good enough. Boom, we were about to get worked over badly by these guys, but instead, it's over for them. We can't have that. Well, such is life. We have reached the end of the truce here and can declare war on Alvernia. It seems to be the same as the last time I checked. The war goal is right here, this province. So let's do it. Boom. This is a large endeavor, but we have a large army. I have these guys down here. We're going to assault this fort and open up some access to here. He has a couple of forts here as well. We're going to take our time is speed 3, and we are essentially engaged with Alvernia, Bohemia, Levomisia, and one other, I think, here. I don't need to know that I really need to hire a merc stack here. I don't need to look any further really than that. I have one army there. So let's see if there is any. There's some heavy infantry, but this guy is standing down. It's a chariot man there. Well, we're going to break through here and do it the easy way without hiring a merc. We have our Dacian horse archer. Straggler group, if there's any breakouts. He doesn't have a general, but he should do well enough as well. Let's see, we'll go see about getting his capital taken care of there. We're not at war with that guy. We'll roll up here. We've broken through here with an assault. Let's head up here. We can't do it. We gotta go here first. Well, we'll assault that fort as well. I had a couple of small merc stacks here. We've got to chase, I think, these guys down, really. We'll merge up here. I'll take the stability. I think these armies here are going to occupy the Bohemia and this aspect of Alvernia, and then head over here to engage Skria and company. This is ugly for these guys. We lost 295. They lost 5,000. I think we can separate peace out here. We can. Should get most of this stack out of the way here, or at least there was a large stack there. We should be able to separate peace out here shortly as well. I'll take the money. Let's separate peace here with this tribe here. It leaves Alvernia. I'm going to see about a sensible peace agreement. There's a cool 100. I'll take it. Alright, where to go now? I have these guys Headed essentially sort of over to this area. And we need to find out when this truce ends. 684 November. It's a while. Alright, we finished that war. I have 109 aggressive expansion, just barely 31 stability is good. It's above, certainly above 20. I have a fairly ambitious plan to attack this tribe here and these guys. These two tribes here. And then swing over here and engage this this lot here, essentially, while engaging Syria simultaneously, essentially. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work out. I can declare here shortly as well. I probably will. We'll see how all that goes. I'm going to put the wheels in motion and action it. Of note, I have my population output up to 93% here in the capital territory. Moved some pops in. It's about the same as it was. Normally I would be concerned about sending these large stacks up to the these areas that are surely low on civ value and supply. But I have quite a few supply limit and army attrition modifiers from various technologies. Let's see exactly how well or poorly that's going. So my base from this fat stack here is 11.9. So if I have a supply of... We have 8 supply trains as well. I'm not exactly sure as to the mathematics of it all, and I'm not really sure that I want to figure it out. Alright, we have arrived here. You'll note there are quite a few forts. Let's go ahead and do that. How many forts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it shouldn't really pose all too terribly much trouble. At least that would be the hope. I'm also generally well positioned in for the war against Skria. These guys have arrived. I have this unit here just sort of holding down this area in case any migratory tribes come out. This is also a migratory tribe suppression horse archer group without a general. And this unit here is positioned to invade the ally of Skria. He only has a singular ally, and that would be him. This ship is arriving to make sure he can cross up into that area there. So I don't see any reason why I shouldn't declare on Syria as well there. Let's do it. We're generally positioned here as well. These guys are just arriving here, so let's do this while the doing is good as well. We have this guy can take to the sea. And grab this fort here. We'll attack that. That. These boy here, well, I strongly suspect we'll be able to take them as they are all light infantry. I'm going to group up and invade across the river. In the interest of saving food here, I'm just going to assault these forts away. Boom. How many do we have left? Quite a few. Our road building crew here finally met up with a sizable force. We need to force march and skedaddle out of this area. I need to bring this fleet up here to cope with this migratory horde. A separate piece with the boy here. I don't think we needed 2 separate pieces, although it didn't really matter. Peace out. We've done it. I note we can improve our wonder, and I think I'll just take the logistics for now. Let's go ahead and pay the 650 and 60. Boom. What did that go up to? Supply limit 20%. I'm going to take the tax and commerce as well right now. It'll leave just 1 left. Let's see, it went from 260 to, let's see what it is. 260. Well, perhaps I could have held off on the tax and commerce, but we did get 4 more routes, or at least more routes for this area. How many elephants? We don't. These horses are not bad either for productivity, but let's see how we're losing food. I'll take a couple of grain and get back to warring. The Syria campaign is slow going. Looks like we have a breakout here, but we have our horse archer contingent here. I wonder how fast they could get there on that road. We'll take 6 stability, surely. Our road building chariot crew here got involved. He's going to take over Savaria. I think we can peace out here. I believe we are on time for our truce here to expire shortly. 23 November. About 6 months out. Let's go ahead and integrate Farfara. Wow, the integrating is good. Let's see here, you as well. We can't do it. Well, let's improve that opinion. Alright, I just stood down a bunch of mercs here, 4 mercs. I'm going to hire 4 if there are here for Britannia in about 6 months. These units here, I was going to bring them to Britannia, but the mercs are going to have to do, and I think this unit here is going to redeploy over to Bastarnai. And you as well here. I'll get this fleet over to this area here and redeploy this unit down perhaps here. I have this unit headed over here. The Bastarnai war is going to trigger Langobardia and Luonia here. I have this headed up there and that fat stack headed here. I was going to have this station next to Grania, but we are unable to access this area due to lack of forces presently, but it will come around. These guys are headed here. One of these guys is force marching up to the far distal aspect here of this area. This horse archer did make it up there and on this road, and I think he's going to intercept this guy. Yep, stack wiped him. I think we can close this war out. A separate piece here. I probably should have done that sooner. It all fit under the main deal. Let's see what the next step in the plan is. I had these guys sitting around here doing nothing. I had some of them go east. A couple of them inward here to Carthage. These claims are beyond our means at this point, and it's not particularly relevant to closing out the game in a timely manner. So they'll be there for a while. This is November actionable. I have a lot of troops there. It should go quick, and then we'll get them out and up to Scandia. I hope to see you in the next episode.